and trying to get lean and cutting your food calories and a pet cow alien, um, how to stay eating right when those circumstances are there and you have bad food in the house or just food that's not meant for you. Um, One thing I learned is you will accidentally indulge. You will indulge a little bit, but that's when you have to look at yourself and say a little is fine, a lot is bad. Um, with my kids, I do have a bunch of fun snacks for them: cookies, chips, Pop Tarts, Hot Pockets, all this fun food. And I also have healthy food for them, granola bars and, um, you know, things that are fun: pudding, chocolate pudding, sugar-free pudding. I have a lot of stuff that's healthy for them, but still not healthy for me per se, because it's still food that I can snack on. It's hard. It's going to be hard. It's not easy. Um, yeah, you can stock your home up with, healthy stuff, and that's what I try to do. But they also deserve to have some fun too with their food. I mean, I'm teaching them how to eat right, but I'm also teaching them that it's okay to have fun too. It's not always fun to eat, you know, broccoli or rice cakes. To me, it's fun because I like it because it reminds me of popcorn. My kids like it too. However, you can still overdo it. Any healthy foods, any bad food, processed food is so much easier to overdo it. It just takes a little bit to overdo it. But even healthy food, you can overdo it. They are better for you in a sense that you can keep them in your body and you won't, end up with like diabetes, but um, you can still overdo your intake, and that's hard because my kids are always eating, because they're young, their food burns off faster and they're more energetic and active, and you have to be in front of the food, to give it to them. So it's hard not to just want to shove your face in 5 cupcakes and eat them. I do try to make healthy cupcakes so that way if I do eat something that's not in my diet, it's not too bad, but I'm always, it's the temptation, it's always there. It's like, but that's when you have to learn self-control, and that is a perfect way to do it. Also, I suggest what you do is try to stock up some healthy foods in there. There's going to be people who are going to not purposely try to ruin your diet or your goals, but they're just going to live their life and you can't control them. So you have to control yourself and make sure that you're doing right by you. That food is going to be so good for 5 seconds, but it's going to put you back on your goals. So you have to think about, do I want to reach my goals faster or be happy for 5 seconds and eat? Yes, you may die tomorrow, and do you not want to regret not eating that food? But you also have to think, I don't want to regret not eating that food, but if I don't die tomorrow, I want to make sure I look good if I do die tomorrow. But you can't think like that. You want to live to the fullest, but you want to live long too. You can someone who eats junk food all the time may die the next day. Are they happier than the person who ate healthier all their lives and active? No, they're probably both the same happiness level. You know, you can't judge food for and body for happiness. They might be happy because they reached all their goals. The other person may be happy because they reached all their goals. So you can't think like that. You have to just live your own life, not look at others, and control your mouth. And remember what you're trying to do or reach. So every time I indulge just a little bit, I instantly regret it. And I know that it's not worth it for me. And it's hard. It's hard. Really hard. But it's just, you gotta, what I do is when I give them unhealthy food, I try to give myself something to nibble on. My kids don't know what's good and what's bad, or, you know, social bad. Like, their father is always talking down rice cakes because he's like, oh, because he has the mindset of what TV and all these people saying rice cakes are evil and they taste like paper, but that's not the case. They don't taste like that. They taste pretty good. And he actually has tried it and enjoys it just as much, but because society put that in his mind, he's thinking of it as that. So I'm trying to teach my kids, you know, it's still good. It's still yummy. Don't think that. Try it, eat it, and enjoy it. And they like it. And they like it. I like it. So I make sure. And it's so cheap. And it's like a bag of chips, of 20 chips, are like $5. And then you have a bag of rice cakes, and it's $2. And there's a bunch, and they love it, and it's healthier. So I rather just buy 6. Let's see, I buy like 5 to 6, so like $10 to 12, and I don't mind. They're good. They love them. If I'm watching a movie, I watch them, but I may eat like all of them in like a whole day, so I do have to try to control it because, you know, it's hard, and you have to just remind yourself of your goal. Pull up a picture of someone who's inspiring you, or it's your inspiration, or your old photos if that's your inspiration, or your progress if that's your inspiration, and try to remember, oh yes, that's what I want to look like. That is it. That's worth more than me eating this whole box of Oreos. I didn't mean for this to sound like a rant or anything. I was just trying to put my side on how I deal with these situations of having kids and people in your life that don't necessarily fit your lifestyle or understand it or go, you know, comply with it, you know, how to deal with it. It was, if I would be doing this kind of lifestyle when I was still at home, it probably wouldn't happen. We weren't, it probably wouldn't happen. So, you know, sometimes you have to wait, and then you can go hard. Um, but that's it, I guess. I didn't mean for it to be a rant. I just wanted to inform and try to give my side of how I do it, but others may do it differently. So, if so, please, if you want or can, leave options on how you control yourself when others aren't, or when the temptation is there. The temptation is always there. how do you control your anger?